Okay, what you just
Anyway,
said, could you repeat that one more time? That you don't care about our dear
uh,
viewers? Is that what you just said?
I said, no, what I just said is I just opened up ESPN and saw that Lou Holtz stands by his remark and Ohio State is good but not great, and that's
Based.
pretty fucking based.
All right, I can't open Chrome, so that means I can't change the title of this stream, so it is what it is.
That's right.
That's all right. It doesn't fucking matter. Oh, man, hey. You ready to shoot on an 86-year-old man?
I mean, realistically, yes.
It's Beanie Boys against the world. What a dweeb. All right, everyone, welcome to the Ryan Day Hate Power Hour, where around here we hate Ryan Day and we absolutely stan the American legend that is Lou Holtz. I almost called him Captain Lou Holtz. Fuck it, Captain Lou Holtz. I don't even know if he was in the military, but he's a captain now, damn it. Because he's an American treasure. So, listen, football happened this weekend, and it was cool and good, saith the Lord. I think God likes football.
Yeah, I mean, my NFL team that I've very clearly supported for many years now, and I've always been my home team that I have a deep relationship to, came out and proved that they are like basically the best team in football by a lot. That's how my NFL weekend went.
Did that happen?
Oh yeah, my team, the team that I've always been the number one guy for.
Oh yes, of course. You, huge Miami guy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. That was. I think theoretically, they call that an ass kicking.
I would probably call it an ass kicking. Yeah.
It was nasty. It was dirty. But we loved to watch it. Of course, I didn't because I didn't have it. I was forced to watch something much worse. But look, we'll get there. We'll get there in time. We'll start with some news.
News? Is there news?
Oh, probably.
I saw that that one not very good quarterback who likes to kneel is begging the Jets to give him a chance. That's now in the news.
Honestly,
he's literally begging them.
Honestly, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say let's do it if it wasn't for the fact that for multiple seasons now he's tried out with teams and none of them have given a shot. So there's been a lot of desperate teams that have given him that chance to show him what he can do, and none of them has said, all right, we'll even give you a practice team squad. So he's also 35 now and was not good at and he won 3 of his last 18 games he's played. So politics aside, I don't actually know that record is better than what Zach Wilson's getting you.
Well, I mean, my favorite Colin Kaepernick story is a couple of years ago. I want to say 19 because I feel like it was before COVID, but it could have been 21. He had his closest chance in years to get on a squad, and he got a bunch of people out there. He got I think 13 teams were ready to come scout him. They were going to watch him at a facility in Atlanta. Last minute, he changes the whole thing. No, now we're going to go out to this high school field because I want to have my camera crew there. Because he has a camera crew because he wants to film his great comeback, which I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of footage there, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So he gets that going, and they changed it at the last minute, and a bunch of scouts just went, nah, we're good, and flew back home because A, kind of a dick move, but also B,
100%.
One of the main things you're looking for as an NFL scout is reliability, right? That's why you see that's why when the draft comes up, you hear about some nobody from BYU being a top 2 pick. It's not because they had explosive numbers. Their numbers were serviceable. Yeah, they were good. They were all right. But they were reliable and they were consistent, neither of which Colin Kaepernick is. Colin Kaepernick could be one of the greatest of all time. I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked at his numbers. He was okay. You're right. He was on kind of a stink team, so you can't really put a lot of those losses on him. But above the politics, above the win-losses.
He had a period of good time, but that time has passed.
Right. But beyond all that, he's too old. And people will go, oh, Brady played till he was 40, though. Yeah, but Brady played until he was 40, though. Or 45, I think, actually, right?
Yeah, 45.
He played that entire time. Colin, you ain't touched a field since 2017.
Yep, been a long time.
So beyond the politics, beyond any of it, no, you're unreliable. You're a little bit of a diva. Like even if you had a point,
you literally called like the NFL like slave labor at one point.
Yeah, you straight up like have made an industry. Well, I don't think you have it anymore. I think everyone got tired of you. But like you were cutting promos and doing commercials about how, yeah, you're literally like the draft is literally like a slave auction, which is one of the most insane things I've heard in my entire life. But that's just where we are right now, boys and girls. So I don't know. I mean, hey, look, could the Jets get any worse right now? No, not really. So fuck it. Why not? Why not? Honestly, I'm all for giving Colin Kaepernick a spot just so people can get up there and watch him play and go, oh shit, okay, no, he actually sucks. All right, and then he goes away forever. So that's just me.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
That would be something. So yeah, the Jets. Whew, I wouldn't want to be a Jets fan right now. I really wouldn't. I mean, I wouldn't ever want to be a Jets fan, but I really wouldn't want to be a Jets fan right now.
I got the hype when they had Rodgers, but I mean,
yeah,
well,
I was fully on board.
That last.
And in fact, some would even have gone as far as to call me Zach Wilson's top guy, right?
Yeah, I mean that did happen at one point.
That did happen, but the context there, of course, it was like, oh, you know, he's behind Rodgers. He's gonna learn. He's gonna come out and he's gonna be great. That didn't happen.
Yeah, I mean,
that happened.
He might have learned something. It's not showing on the field.
Yeah. So we started off the show talking about this Ryan Day stuff. Now I love this. We were just talking about this earlier, but amongst the three of us. Well, no, just the two of us, but it was three, unless I imagined him possible. About this Ryan Day thing.
What if I told you that like he doesn't actually live with me and he's like he died on the way?
Yeah, I believe that. I wouldn't even. I'm not even like that. I'm not even blinking at that. I'm like, yeah, all right, okay. This Ryan Day stuff. So context for anybody that doesn't know, I'm sure everybody knows at this point, but Lou Holtz, Pat McAfee's show, had some comments, not untrue, not mean, not out of pocket, not out the side of his neck, all true, all real. Ryan Day, let's say maybe he has a little bit of a complex. I'm not saying that, but some people might. I've read that online. Some people are saying he has a little man complex. I'm not saying that. How tall is Ryan Day? Oh, let's look this up.
I don't know.
Ryan
He's probably
Day
short.
Height. He is, doesn't say, but that's, well, it says he's 100. This random website says he's 6'1". Oh, sorry. That random website is IMDb. So I don't know, maybe. And then another site says he's 6 and yeah, I don't know. I don't think anybody really knows. I'm just going to say he has little man syndrome. I'm not saying that, though. I'm just repeating what I've read people say. Gets up there. They beat Notre Dame in a very close one. A very close one. And honestly, just kind of starts shooting on Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz, who is currently 5,000 years old. He was born sometime before the flood, we believe. He's an American treasure. Everyone loves him. So yeah, let me, a coach of a major program, get up and start shitting on him for no reason. That's smart. That's definitely a good idea. So round of applause there for Ryan Day, who's just really knocking out of the park these days. Great. He's from New Hampshire. That's about right, you know? So
For real.
We are not Ryan Day respected right here. I think it was pretty disrespectful to Coach Holtz. You know, Coach Holtz, like I said, living legend, got Notre Dame the only natty they've had in recent memory. Just maybe
well, I mean, shit, even that was a long time ago at this point.
It's true, but you know, great guy. Everybody loves Lou Holtz, so I don't know. Ryan Day, check yourself, man. Just saying. Ohio State's really not that good. We'll get to that in a minute, but Ohio State's really not that good. Another thing I want to talk about that I thought was really good was the Oregon head coach also got up there and shot on Coach Prime. And honestly, like when I first heard that, I went, oh, that's disrespectful. And then I thought about it. I watched it a couple more times. And I went, no. This is good. This is good. This is real good, actually. I liked it. He got up there talking about we're playing for wins. We're not playing for clicks. And I went, damn, dude, shit, pretty good actually.
Yeah, but then after the game, like all his players like tried to clown on Shadur or whatever, and like essentially did stuff for clicks. So like
the duality of man, some would say.
I did appreciate that the one guy. I think it might have been RG3 that said on Twitter like. I don't remember the exact context, but he basically said, "Yeah, no one remembers the name of the Oregon head coach like a day after the game."
I still don't remember.
I don't know his name either. So like, you can talk shit on Coach Prime all you want, but what he's doing is like actual impacts. Well,
sure, but I understand to his point that we're playing for wins. I get it. That's what you got to do to win. So hey, I get it. You're all kind of playing different games. You're playing Oregon. You're playing a more immediate game. Prime's playing the long game. I respect that. We respect that here. We really do. But I also respect, I respect a good shoot. I don't know about you, but I respect a good shoot. So when you're saying, why did Notre Dame only have 10 men on the field for the final two plays, even in the playing field? And that honestly kind of proves Coach's point, right? It kind of proved his point. Lou Holtz said they're soft. They're not great. They get out physical. And it was proven because the only way they won was because these dumbasses only had 10 men on the field. So you got to prove his damn point. Just saying. Listen, Ryan Tate, sit your ass down.
Notre Dame, great Christian school. Mm-hmm. A lot of faith there. Mm-hmm. They do usually have the extra man because of that. Mm-hmm. So, but they, for whatever reason, they decided to go down one man, and wasn't the play.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a flex. Who knows? Maybe an accident. However, doing it twice in a row, I don't know.
Some might say a rookie maneuver, but
some might say rookie maneuver. Keep in mind, we've been saying for a while that team is young. Marcus Freeman, one of the youngest coaches in NCAA FCS, I think, the Holy Trinity formation. Hell yeah, dude. That's the only formation
I'd be okay with giving it that name if it worked, but it didn't work, so we're gonna avoid that.
It didn't. No, you're absolutely right. It didn't work. It could have. But it didn't. However, we really appreciate it. Yeah, that's true. Much like Tamu, they always have a 13th, 12th man on the field, and that's Jesus Christ. So
forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even mean it like that. Oh, that worked really. I should no. You know what? I meant that. That's exactly what I meant. I meant, Tamu does the whole 12th man thing, but they literally had a 12th. We'll get to that. Let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk about last week's predictions. We did all right. We did all right. We went big on that Michigan plus 24. Bearish on the over. That's fine because you have to go over the over, right? So they have scored 25 points.
Yeah, so you have to go over the over.
So they didn't go over the over. They met the over. They didn't go over the over. So we were kind of right on that. We'll take that one. I called FSU close. And hey, it couldn't have gotten much closer. I laughed at the 21 point spread for Oregon. Not my finest moment. Not my finest moment. I said that one would be close. I said Utah big. This one, I love this one. I praised Jackson Dart. And I said Ole Miss would win by 2 touchdowns unless MILROE became suddenly good. Yeah. I said Miami big. I said LSU big. I said Notre Dame. I said Penn State was.
Go back to Utah real quick, since we were going through these. I want to say at the time of the predictions, we did have the news that Cameron Rising was supposed to be playing.
That's right. True.
Which I think would have vastly changed the score in this game, and then he ended up being out.
That's true.
Out, the last day.
Good point. So we're redeemed. We're absolved of that one. I called LSU big. I did call Notre Dame, of course. Then again, it's very close. I called Penn State as a coin flip, which, hey, not so much on that one. Kirk Ferentz showed up to the stadium and said, "My contract's secure. My contract's secure. I'm not gonna really try that hard today." I said Pitt sucked, and I said slam the over on Washington. Which, listen, when you got Penix on the field, right? Slam the over. Am I right? So we'll go through and kind of hit the highlights here. Kind of hit the highlights here. UAB in Georgia. So hey, they actually played football in the first half. Actually played football. I'm really impressed. They also let UAB put 21 points on them, which, I wouldn't have done.
It is what it is.
Personally, if I was coaching, I wouldn't have let them do that. It seemed disrespectful, considering UAB kind of sucks. But, hey. Shout out to Mez real fast, who he was big on his Rutgers Knights.
The
Scarlet Knights. Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Yeah, big on them. That didn't happen. They got destroyed. Sorry, Mez.
It's what you expect.
Man, Baylor sucks this year, don't they? Quinn Ewers continuing to throw the rock. Hate to see it because I hate Texas. Death to Texas. Total Texas death. All right.
Same.
First game of the day I'm excited to talk about. Florida Clemson. Man, both these teams really wanted it, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, rivalry game in Clemson. I'm pretty sure we said that this game, anything could happen. And anything almost did happen.
Almost anything did happen. Went into overtime on this one. Clemson just... first off, Cade Klubnik. What's the polite way of saying this? Fucking sucks. I'm sorry. We thought DJ Ukulele was bad. He is. But Cade Klubnik... fuck it. Cade Klubnik is worse, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they literally ran DJ Ukulele out of town for this guy, and he's not some incredible improvement, and he might be worse. So
he might be worse. Great test for FSU, though. You're right. Huge rivalry game. So this is one of those, don't look too close at the nitty-gritty of this. I still think FSU is a very good team. I still think they're a very complete team. They gave up a lot of points, but again, Clemson really wanted it real bad. So not gonna hold that against them too badly. FSU, I'm still very bullish on them. I think they're a good team. I don't know how they can stand up against like a real good team. I don't know who I'm gonna call a real good team because I hate all these teams in the top 5. I don't know. I'm just gonna say a generic no-name really good team at a later point in the season that I don't have to actually name to call them good and compliment them.
Looking at their schedule, I feel like their game versus Duke is going to be the most interesting challenge for them.
To be fair, Duke has been playing some good football lately.
They have.
So, talking about teams that let too much scoring, USC. Now, everybody's talking about USC. Oh, Caleb Williams is going to repeat as the Heisman. Boo, 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 boo. They let Arizona State, who sucks, score 28 points on them.
That's Pac-12 football, baby.
That is Pac-2 football. That's Pac-2 to you. That ain't gonna play in the playoffs. When they go up a team that actually has something called a defense, that's what I'm worried about. Caleb Williams is going to put up slightly above average numbers all season without playing an actual real team because they play in the Pac-12. He's going to sleepwalk his way to a Heisman, right? Because other people have to play actual teams that have defenses. So, I don't know. Am I wrong in saying that the Heisman has kind of lost something?
No, it has. It has. When we're giving it to people who are going out there losing 3 games in a season and writing "fuck Utah" on their fingernails, we lost the point of the Heisman.
I think so. People joked about it and they said, "Oh, after we gave it to Jameis, after we gave it to Cam, it started losing its prestige." But I think they were right. Maybe not because of them, but it was indicative of a direction that it was going. So, yeah, Heisman has been a Power 5 QB. Yeah. I mean,
outside of Devontae.
Devontae, I can
For
never
the
remember.
most part, yeah.
I can never remember the other Alabama player that got one. Ingram, but the one that wasn't called Devontae or Ingram. The other one. Shit. What was his name? I don't know. Doesn't matter. That's not the point. All right. Ohio State, Notre Dame. Now, first off, I'm not going to give a shout out to this game for two reasons. A, it was on NBC, and I don't like watching football on NBC. All their commentators suck.
Derrick Henry was who you were looking for, by the way.
Derrick Henry. El Tractorito. How could I forget? Yeah. Secondly, there were 3 points scored in the first half of this game in the year of our Lord 2023.
Abysmal.
Not 1923, which would have been an appropriate amount of scoring in 1923. 2023. It was abysmal. This sucked. This was one of those games that I talk about a lot, and I say, you want to watch the replay of this? Fast forward to the fourth quarter, hit play. Skip the rest, because you ain't missing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, what this is Big Ten football, and it's boring as hell, and that's why they always get clowned on.
Well, yeah, and which we'll get to in a second here. Another point to be made on that about Big Ten football, but so understand, Devonta really was the last the outlier. Who was the last wide receiver before him? Ooh.
Looks like I'm looking at the list here. In 2001, Nebraska had Eric Crouch, who was a quarterback / wide receiver who won the Heisman.
Jeez,
and then in 1991, you had Desmond Howard out of Michigan, who's a wide receiver and punt returner. So a long time. A long time.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, so Crouch was mainly a QB, yeah. So Desmond Howard, Jesus Christ. That's embarrassing, man. We got like the, I don't know. I don't even like side tangent here, but I don't even know how you fix that, right? You can't like tell the voters to be like, oh, only pick, this position. But there's got to be some system you can put in place there that prevents it from being a quarterback every single year.
I think it's just much like the MVP in the NFL. It's just a quarterback award now.
All right. Give more importance to the other words about it. Yeah, that's true. The Maxwell has started to mean more. The Butkus, all those. That's true. They've started hyping those up. So, yeah, just bring the others like into in line with it. Because I mean, the Heisman, I don't even give a shit about it that much anymore. To be quite honest. So, whatever. Yeah. Then so this game did come down to the very last play. That last drive was honestly an embarrassment defensively for Notre Dame. That's the one point that I can go against Holtz on, is they got out physicaled on that, because they had their downfield zone coverage was not there. I don't know if they were gassed. I don't know what was happening, but they let them pass all over them all the way to the goal line, and then you only send 10 guys out to block. Absolutely embarrassing.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the classic football team move of, oh, we've been playing pretty dominant defense, barely letting them score all game, but now that this is the last drive it matters on, we're going to play a completely different style of defense and blow it all.
Yeah.
Like it's all too common for that to happen in both the college and NFL level, where, oh, the final drive, let's play a different defense than what's been working the whole game.
Yeah.
Like we don't want to give up the ultra deep play, so we're just going to let them chunk down the field until they're right up there, and then then what?
Yeah. Then we're going to play some hard-nosed football with 10 men on the field.
Yep.
Absolutely. Just, I hate to say, because I hate Ohio State winning. That's what I hate. I don't like Notre Dame. I'm not a Catholic, right? I'm not from Indiana. I'm a BAMA guy. But I just don't like Ohio State winning. And honestly, that's the crime that was committed here. So, whatever. Moving on. This was going to talk about Big Ten football. So, as we've talked about many times, next year, SEC on CBS, done. Iconic music, forget it. You're not going to... That SEC on CBS music, like that in my mind is like... Well, for a lot of reasons, it's a little traumatic, because it's preceded a lot of Alabama ass whippings. Pick six, I think, was one. Joey Football was another. So, you know, it's come with the good and the bad, but it's iconic, right? The SEC on CBS music, iconic. Well, unfortunately, now it's going to be the Big Ten on CBS music. And if the inaugural game of the Big Ten on CBS is any indication, it's going to suck. Number 24, Iowa, scored a grand total of 0 points against Penn State.
Yeah. They played a good team and remembered they're not allowed to score points.
Alar threw, I clicked off it, 166 yards, 4 touchdowns. Okay, sure. But this is what's going to replace the SEC on CBS. This is what's going to replace all-time classic matchups of LSU and Alabama, TAMU and Arkansas, right? Georgia, Tennessee. You're going to replace those with Penn State scoring 31 unanswered throughout the game on Iowa. Good luck. Good luck. That's what angers me about a lot of this football stuff. It's all about TV rights and money now. That's what's driving all this realignment. It's what's driving NIL, transfer portal, all that. It's all downstream from TV deals. Hate it so much, man.
Same.
What do you do?
And I mean, that's kind of in a similar vein to what I was talking about a bit, like not in voice, but in chat the other night, where like sports gambling is being pushed way too hard because of the money in it.
Yeah.
And like, I don't want to see gambling ads every other ad anymore. I don't want to see in the pregame show them talking about the money line and the spread and whatnot. Like, I want them to talk ball, not gambling. I want to see the classic like random ass retard commercials instead of here's like fucking Caesar and here's BetMGM. It's like, I don't want to see this. Like, and it's in some cases it's fucking predatory. It's like the reason these businesses exist is because it's predatory on Americans.
Mm-hmm. I got a DraftKings offer when I ordered a pizza from Pizza Hut yesterday. Jesus Christ. Listen, just want to say, gambling, you know where they did it?
Yeah.
At the foot of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ when he was dying on the cross. So, need I say more? Need I say more? Yeah, no, I don't like. I like. It's okay when like, if you've got like little side podcasts and little side shows that are optional content to consume that's about gambling. Sure, why not? Yeah, sure, why not? But yeah, when it's every other commercial and they've got the mega stars in these commercials. Well, I don't know if Fitzpatrick is a mega star. I don't know if I'd put that label on him, but you know what I mean. It's not good. And now that you can do it on apps and stuff, it used to be fine when you had to like go to a physical location to do it, which you still have to do that here in Mississippi, which I think is a little based. But now that it's like, well, it's like anything else. When you appify it, you just turn it into the worst version of itself. So,
right.
I don't know. Maybe we're just becoming old men. I don't know. We're not. So I don't think that's what it is. Maybe
so like my kind of view on where I'd like to see it go is like, I know this won't happen because of the amount of money behind it and the amount of money being funneled into politicians' pockets from this, but that's neither here nor there. But
wrong show.
The realistic direction that they need to like the government should take it is like, I'm fine with gambling being legal, but it should probably take the cigarettes route where like you're not allowed to advertise.
You're not allowed to advertise it, yeah, and you can only do it in certain places. Like don't have apps, no apps. I can't imagine. There's probably people who would have probably never gambled in their life probably have started gambling because you can just download an app and do it.
Yeah, me. I tried gambling for a bit.
Yeah, how'd you do?
Because I could just download on an app. So when I started, they had I did it through FanDuel, and they had a promo where it was like bet $5 and win 50.
Right.
For like Josh Allen getting a yard. So I did that and I cashed out, and then like I left like $10 to mess around with, which I didn't do well with that $10. So I'm glad I stopped. But these days, like it's all come spend $5 and get like $100 in bonus bets, which you can't cash out. You actually have to win bets with to get that money. So.
Right. Jesus. Now, like I said, If it's on location, I think it's kind of base because you kind of got to like sit around, like some casinos would have like big walls full of TVs, right? And they'd have all the games on, and you'd sit there and you'd watch, and it was a social thing. I think that's fine. I in fact kind of like that, not a lot because it's still gambling, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think forcing people to make the active decision to drive to the casino, like just the drive to the casino itself, I feel like is a barrier of entry enough for a large amount of people that a lot of people would be doing. Like, yeah, our boy in chat says if he really wanted to, he could drive to the casino, but like,
Yeah.
how much would you really want to make that 15-minute drive to gamble?
I mean, if it was the lads doing it, yeah, I'd love to do that. That'd be fun.
Sure, but like just on a random Saturday or Sunday, you're sitting there, you're looking at the spread of games, like, yeah, I'm gonna go drive 15 minutes to the casino now.
No. But like for the natty or something, yeah, no dog. For like the natty or something, the lads get together at like a casino and do a little betting, just a little betting, like no more than like $100 or something, I can get behind that.
Right, and I guess I also have the point of view of the work I do. I view people like I view hundreds of people's bank accounts every week, and there's a lot of people pissing away all their money on gambling, and most of the time it's more going out than it is coming in.
I think about that every time that I like like on Twitter, like some random thought will reply to like a viral tweet or something, and then you see the replies to them. It's like all these weird old men. Every time I see that, I think of you, and I'm like, there's some guy out there that's like looking at these people making these purchases and just going, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Betting, yeah. Yeah, no, terrible. But you know who's not terrible? Not terrible. Michael Penix. What a football player. What a football player. You want to talk about the Heisman? Give it to this young man. He is explosive.
Full credit to Michael Penix and squad in this game, but they did have 14 points before he even touched the field, which is kind of hilarious.
That was crazy to me. Like, first, 5 minutes, you have 0 offensive yards, 14 points. Like, good Lord.
Like, you go and you just look at the score, it's 14-0. You're like, oh, Penix is cooking already. And they say, offense hasn't been on the field.
Did they bench him at halftime? Because they only scored 14 points in the last 2 quarters. I mean, they were cooking in those first 2, and then they just stopped. They had to have benched him, right? Because if they hadn't, he would have put up like legitimately like 600 yards.
He was in for 2 drives in the second half.
Okay, yeah, no. If they had left him in, this dude would have broken some records. This was nasty. Cal has like no defense, which is probably why Auburn beat him. So we're really starting to put in some things in perspective about Auburn here. So
the 14-10 game, you mean?
Listen, if you couldn't score more than 14 points on this team, you might suck. They'll show up in November though. It's an odd year. They'll do something.
Maybe they'll show up this week.
I doubt it.
Yeah, but it would be really funny if it
would be really funny this week, yeah. So now game of the week here. Our boy Bo Nix dismantled Colorado. So obviously, listen, Colorado's got some problems. Travis Hunter's out, their primary weapon. So we thought, hey, maybe this is gonna be a close one. Not really. 42-6, and that last touchdown was in garbage time, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, my takeaway from this one is basically just Colorado is what we thought they would be coming into the season.
Right.
A solid team, but not the super heavy competitor team. Which maybe next year, but I think they'll get the bowl game. They'll have a winning season.
Oh, there's 6 wins on that schedule, 100%.
But obviously, they're not the ultra hyper superstar that they were being a bit hyped up.
Well, last week, what I said is my theory is if they lose this one, this is that teachable moment. This is we've had all this hype surrounding us. We've had all this, what is it? He says bull junk, all this around us. This is the moment where you get humbled. This is the moment where you go, oh shit, I'm not all that. Okay, I got to work. So they either come out of this because they got some stuff on their schedule coming up. They got some stuff coming up.
Yep.
They either learn from this or death spiral. I don't think death spiral. I think they learn. I think they're still going to drop some more. USC, I think they're going to drop that one because if you play the same kind of game you played against Oregon, who's pretty, I mean, they're decent, but let's be real here. Their quarterback is still Bo Nix. So, just being realistic here. Hey, you know what? There's actually an interesting fun fact about this Utah UCLA game.
That they both start with the letter U.
That I don't give a shit. So anyway, Arkansas and LSU was a great game.
Yeah, this one was real solid.
Battle of the Boot. Is that what they call it? I think so. The statue looks like a boot, so I'm going to call it the Battle of the Boot. Solid start on this. Honestly thought I was like, wow, hey, man. Because LSU has kind of like been like a big team so far. You know, yeah, they dropped one to FSU, but they were looking hot aside from that. But Arkansas came out and was like, no, no, no. No, no, no. Now, to be fair, as we keep saying, rivalry game. Throw out the records. Doesn't matter. None of it matters. So, you know. Sorry. I still think LSU is really good. I don't think they're great. Do I think, because what it's kind of been up until now is like LSU, with how poorly Alabama's looking, LSU could probably potentially be like in the big conversation, right, to win the West.
Right.
After this performance, I mean, maybe, but moving on from this, it's actually a perfect segue. Where's my mouse? Where's my mouse? There it is. To the Alabama game, actually. Alabama is apparently, I'm not going to say back, but kind of back-ish.
They're figuring things out.
Ish. Completely different team on the field, I thought. Looked a lot better. MILROE, 17 for 21, which, given how he played in those first couple of games, very, very impressive. Big improvement. One interception, you know, hey, all right, that's fine. We'll give it to you. Will Reichard got a little bit of a workout this weekend, but whatever. I don't think we've got it all figured out. So the O-line looked way better. The D-line looked real good. Jackson Dart, not as good as he usually is because constant pressure. Absolutely just constant pressure. Downfield, though, still not great. We're also real bad at that, like, the bullshit where, like, the pocket collapses, right? And someone just, like, squirts out the side or the back of it and then runs for, like, 15 yards. We are terrible at that. So there's a lot that's got to be cleaned up. But I tell you what, it's looking better. It's looking better. And now, as I said last week, I predicted we're going to turn it around. Why? I changed the wallpaper on my phone.
It's true.
And then we won. We won a game that a lot of people said we wouldn't. Now listen. I'm not saying it's magic, but, and I'll go one step further to say this. The other day, I was in my TV room, my theater room. I was looking for something in a drawer. And I found a little thing, a little Alabama guy. It's like some rocks. They're like glued together, and it looks like a little football man. I'll send you a picture later. Anyway.
Okay.
He'd been in the drawer since we remodeled 2 years ago. When did we start sucking? 2 years ago. Now, I'm not saying that we've sucked because that little football man made of rocks glued together was in the drawer and not up on the table where he should have been. But I'm not saying it either. Huh? So,
yeah. I mean, many such cases.
Who knows? This game was actually fun. Like that USF game, I didn't watch a lot of it. It was just so painful.
It was a bad game.
And I didn't even watch the fourth quarter of the Texas game. So I literally haven't watched a Bama game in like a week and a half. Right? So it was very nice to see them come out. McClellan is like our primary weapon right now, which is, it's a little annoying to be that one-dimensional, but talent kind of seems to start being developing. We were leaning a little bit on Burden, who is, I want to say, either a junior or maybe a senior. So the development is slow, but it's happening. And ideally, these are things that don't get repeated again. Problems that don't get repeated again. So.
Yeah.
Oregon State, Washington. Oh, who cares? Oh, man. Oklahoma beat the shit out of Cincinnati. Love to see it. North Carolina, man, Pitt still sucks. Yeah,
Pitt is bad. Cringe. I mean, Philadelphia, or not Philadelphia, Pennsylvania's Old State kind of sucks, and I hate it. So
Drake May, still consistently underwhelming, despite being so hyped up.
Yeah, but you.
That's never happened. Duke, UConn. Did anyone think UConn was going to win here? Anyone think UConn was going to win here?
Yeah, I mean, our big UConn homers did, but...
That's true. That's true.
Because we have those.
Yeah, we do. Miami blew out Temple. Your Vols, not bad. Not bad. Talk to me about your Vols.
So, first half of the game was looking fantastic. It looked like a proper, Josh Heupel experience where we're just putting up points nonstop, having a great time. And then halftime, it looked like a second half Josh Heupel experience where, for whatever reason, we forget how to play football and we let fucking UTSA kind of dog walk us a bit.
Ugh.
Yeah. Ugh is right.
Hey, shout out to some Tennessee alums, though. Josh Dobbs this weekend. Not bad.
Big. You could say I'm like #1 Josh Dobbs fan. Right?
No shit. Okay.
I mean, I hate the Cowboys, so.
That's true. Good point. Joe's first 80-plus QBR. Milton for HEISMAN. How do you feel about that?
Joe Milton is not a good football player. I want him off the team. Like I know you're a bit back on your boy, but not mine. That's for damn sure.
Some would say MILROE for HEISMAN.
It wouldn't be me saying that. That's for sure.
No, it would be me though. Thoroughly unimpressed. Yeah, Tennessee. What a fall off from last year. I hate to see it. I was like, I'm not even being like glib or not glib. I'm not even being like whatever about it. I do legitimately kind of hate to see it because they were really good last year.
It's rough. I mean, maybe that's just how good like Hooker and Crew was. That it covered up everything else.
But hey, here's the thing though. At least you can say the first year of your Tennessee fandom was a good one. There probably won't be many more, but
I mean that some say that might be the last good one.
Some would also say that's the Tennessee experience. So
based,
yeah. And then Florida did something against Charlotte. Who cares? Next week, hey, we got a match rank up on Friday frickin' night, 8 p.m. on Fox Sports 1, Utah and Oregon State. We finally Cameron Rising coming back for this one or what? What are we doing here?
I think so.
Like,
I haven't heard anything else about his injury, and like he was just happened to like, I don't know if he just fucking hurt it a bit again, but better be back. I'm sick. I want to see my man ball out, especially Friday night was the only thing to watch.
I'm reading Rising and Johnson. Are you serious?
What?
These two dudes' names are Rising Johnson. That's the duo. Rising. Fam, fuck off. Cam Rising and Nate Johnson are going to be splitting reps again this week, so it might be a game time decision. I guess we'll find out. Terrorizing. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Doing that. No. You a big terrorizing guy?
No, I can't say I am.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so all right. How do we feel about this? Oregon's favored by 3.5. Shit. If Cameron's there, yes. I think Utah outright. If he's not, coin flip. I think that's fair.
I think that's fair.
Penn State Northwestern, they're going to blow the shit out of them. U.S., another morning game here in Colorado. A very beautiful 53 degrees. Oh, you love to see it. USC Colorado, man. USC is favored by 21, and honestly, at this point, yeah, I kind of take that. Like, Colorado is on the road to figuring it out, but it ain't going to be this week. I think they put on a better show than they did against Oregon. I think they got blindsided by Oregon a little bit. I think they got a little high on their own supply, right? I think they play a little bit more serious football here.
We definitely only care about this game because of Colorado implications.
Right. Definitely.
But I do think of all the upsets that Colorado could pull off, this one would be the most funny because of the Caleb Williams talk. But
that would be funny.
Oh, in reference to the Utah game. Listen, I'm kind of in on Utah right now because I want them to once again crush USC.
Same.
But also we care about it because it's a Friday night rank up match.
Oh, yeah. No, we love a Friday night game. Hey, maybe at halftime we drive into town, get a little ice cream. Who knows? We may go crazy. That's called a plug for tomorrow night's show, where I will talk about an ice cream store I went to in town that was very good and how stupid and annoying the woman who waited on me was. So, a little tease for tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Florida and Kentucky. Oh, Jesus Christ. Florida's... Oh, do you call it? UK's actually favored on this one by a point.
Yeah, I mean, guess what? It's SEC week.
I don't know about this one. I'm saying coin flip. Gotta take the home team? I guess. Leary's pretty good. But I'm saying coin flip. Coin flip.
Listen. Give me Kentucky.
Oh, base. Okay.
Florida stinks. The Tennessee Vols stink. Give us Kentucky.
All right. Afternoon slate. Finally. SEC on CBS. Love it. Georgia at Auburn.
I think it's kind of hilarious that Georgia's only a 14.5-point favorite against Auburn.
Well, they've been paying attention. Listen, Auburn, let's talk for a second. I hate you. I've hated you before I even knew who you were. The high school rivals, same colors, same team. I've hated you for 20 years now. But tomorrow, this Saturday, live, Jordan-Hare Stadium, I need you. I need you to do the funniest thing possible. All that retarded bullshit that you have done over the years, all that voodoo, all that weird South Alabama bullshit, I need it. I need it Saturday. Please, Jesus, please, God, please beat Georgia. I hate Georgia so much. Please.
Carson Beck isn't going to be throwing. Who they got in at quarterback for this game?
Did Carson Beck get hurt? I mean, LOL if so. I don't like Carson Beck. Oh, God. Ah, shit. I pulled up his picture. Oh, God. God. I remember what he looks like now. Oh, God.
Oh, they're just going to be running the ball? Okay.
God, no. I was going to say, I'm listen. This is
look at pictures of him, dude.
This is a tough one for me. I hate both these teams. Honestly, I'm cheering for... I'm not going to say that on a recording.
So I'm definitely with you. I'd like to see just the funny result happen.
Right.
I think that's what I'm cheering for, the funny result, not for a specific team here.
Right. Yeah. I'm just pulling for chaos here. So that's who I'm rooting for. If that requires Auburn to win, vaya con Dios.
But I am with our boy in the chat here.
He has a name.
I do think. Yeah. Well, guess what? Do I have to call any of you by name, or can I just call you by my boy?
There you go. Sure. Good point.
Anyway, I do think it's a little funny that against this overwhelmingly powerful Auburn offense, which has not put up a ton of points against any team that's like not a Division 7 school, and they're only a 14.5-point favorite.
Yeah. So give me.
I guess they only won by 10 against South Carolina, but South Carolina's got a better offense, so.
Yep, it pains me. It pains me to say, but give me that Cal College. Moving on.
Okay.
Speaking of Cal colleges, Michigan and Nebraska. Oh God, Michigan's gonna beat the crap. Nebraska's. Regardless, Nebraska lost to Colorado, so I don't really think I need to say anymore. Kansas and Texas, a ranked matchup. Kansas once again undefeated. Wow, look at Kansas. Look at Kansas. 2 games off of a bowl game already. You love to see it.
And once again, losing their 4th game of the season. 5th, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, because give me Texas on this one, honestly. Texas is pretty okay, but Kansas is just not very good. Missouri Vanderbilt. Wait, what the fuck? How is Missouri 4-0?
Because they kicked the 61-yard field goal against ranked 15 Kent State.
Oh, yeah, they did, didn't they? That was funny.
And then they've also played South Dakota, Middle Tennessee, and Memphis.
Hey, Middle Tennessee, that's a powerhouse over there in Murfreesboro.
Well, they won that game by 4 points. So.
Jesus. Yeah. Yeah. Give me Missouri on this one. Vanderbilt just sucks. Listen, they have high academic standards. Okay, they have high academic standards. You gotta take that. Well, they really actually do. They're a good school. LSU and Ole Miss. Wow, this is going to be a great game.
I mean, if your school doesn't have a good football program, is it really a good school?
Good point. And it's also in Nashville, so.
Because, I mean, if you don't have a good football team, you very well might just be what a college really is, which I won't get into on this show, but you know.
Right. LSU and Ole Miss. Night game at Vaught Hemingway. Gonna be a close one. LSU obviously needs to win this to stay alive in the West with Alabama slowly waking up. Ole Miss really needs this win, actually.
Because they both need this win.
If they win this and then go win out and LSU beats Alabama, I think Ole Miss would win the West. I don't know. I don't know. That's way too much math. But I think they need this game. They need this game. Both teams need this game very badly. This is essentially like the beginning of the battle for the West right here. Ole Miss isn't out of it, but it ain't looking good. They need to stay alive. Otherwise, they're going to the taxslayer.biz who gives a shit ball. So, but they're used to it. I mean, they get going. Is the world ready for Ole Miss against UGA in the SEC? Don't put that evil. Why would you put that evil out into the universe? Why would you say that? Why would you start? Because you've now begun manifesting that, right? And now I'm going to have to counter manifest against you. And that's going to take up spiritual horsepower. God dang it, dude. Can someone ban him, please? But not really.
I'm not logged in, so I can't.
I literally can't even open Chrome. So you survived this one. You survived this one, Sogner. Oregon State. Oh God, Oregon's gonna beat the crap out of Stanford. Iowa State and Oklahoma. Give me Oklahoma big. Notre Dame and Duke. Interestingly enough, game day will be here for this, and this will be the first time game day has ever gone to Duke. Fun fact.
Interesting.
Notre Dame is a 5-point favorite. Obviously, Notre Dame, this is a must win to stay in literally any conversation. You have to win this. Yes, Ohio State was close. You still lost, though. You gotta win this one. So
yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest with you, this is also a must win for Duke if they want to stay in it, because they still have to play Florida State as well.
Yes. And Duke, who has... All right. So they blew out Clemson, kind of, right? Clemson started really slow, though, so maybe we don't hold that against them. Lafayette, Northwestern, UConn, not big powerhouses. This is the beginning of a big run, potentially, for Duke. If they can win this, get some momentum going against NC State, who has looked inconsistent, to be polite, and ride that into Florida State, you could have a huge game middle of October, right there. That's a huge game. But it has started this weekend. Honestly, though, give me Notre Dame. They're pissed. They're pissed. Not only at the world, but themselves. That 10-man shit, there's someone getting their ass kicked over that one, I'm telling you. Like someone better be in trouble for that because that was stupid. So I think they come out, they play big. Notre Dame kind of delivers in the big show. It's the little ones they mess with, like Marshall last year, right? Of course, that might have been Tyler Buckner's fault. Fucking, I don't know, how did he get a job? How did he get a starting position? Who did he know?
Well, I imagine he was brought in by the fired head coach, and
That's true. We didn't get Brian Kelly didn't get fired. He left to go to LSU. Or did he get fired?
same thing.
Yeah, what I don't care. I don't care. Give me Notre Dame and give me Notre Dame big. Because I think this is the end of Duke's run. Oh, how you feeling about this one? Revenge game. South Carolina, Tennessee, at Neyland. Y'all are big favorites in this one.
I'm not a fan of how much we're favorited because I don't think Joe Milton is a better quarterback than Spencer Rattler.
Oh, no. Not even remotely.
And I'm not even convinced our team is a better team than South Carolina. So, like, I think that spread is ridiculous. I think there's a very real chance we go out there and embarrass ourselves again. That's about where I'm going to leave it at.
Well, Rattler has not played like the Rattler of the past. Certainly not the Rattler of last year. I think y'all got a serious chance here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about 12.5, but who goes? Alabama and Mississippi State. I'm doing glizzies for this one. Doing some glizzy action.
It's a bit of a late game.
Holy shit! What? This starts at 8?
Starts at 9 for me. Yeah.
What? Why does this start at 8? That's a Pac-12 start time. Okay, someone's tripping. I honestly don't know if Alabama has played this late in like a decade in the regular season. So, I don't know. Listen, Starkville, weird shit goes on in that part of the state. Weird shit. Like everybody thinks like, oh, it's the Delta, right? Like over near Louisiana and them swamps. No. It's up there in that triangle, they call it. Or Tri-City or whatever the hell. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird shit. So, I think Alabama wins this one. I don't know about 14.5 points. Will Rogers is kind of okay-ish. But give me Bama. Speaking of quarterbacks who are really good, though, Michael Penix is going to be playing Arizona. Give me Washington big because we haven't heard Arizona's 3-1, but I mean I haven't heard a word out of Arizona this year. Like, what's their deal? What do they do? What do they do over there? What are they doing over there?
Be Arizona.
Not sure. Oh, and then look at this. Fresno State sitting at 25. Love to see it. Little group of 5 representation. Playing Nevada, who is 0-4. I think Fresno State's going to beat the absolute dog shit out of them. No pun intended. Now, yeah, good weekend of football coming up. Love it. Big.
I'm just realizing we, since it wasn't a ranked game, we did forget to mention the funny moment of the weekend.
Oh, right. Tell us about the funny moment of the weekend. Tell us about the 12th man.
All right, so funny little matchup between terrible SEC teams last weekend. Yeah, we had old Auburn versus old TAMU. Battle of the shitters. And on a nice little play. So let me set the scene. So there TAMU was with like a 2-score lead, driving down the field, everything going their way. Bam. Some Auburn player couldn't tell you their name. Strip sacks the quarterback or some player, again, didn't really care that much. Picks up the ball, starts heading towards their end zone. No one to block him. And then the camera cuts further downfield. What do you see? The 12th man, Jimbo Fisher himself, just sat there on the field, just staring him down. Thought he might make a play on the ball. He didn't. Kind of lame. Probably should cut him for that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, you just have to see the video of it because it's honestly hilarious.
It's so funny because, like, when you first mentioned it, because I wasn't watching that game because I don't hate myself, and like my immediate thought was like Mike Tomlin did that a couple of years ago, But first off, he wasn't anywhere near as blatant. He was just kind of like kind of standing there.
Mike Tomlin was kind of there on the line. Like, yeah, he was on the field, but not like majorly.
Yeah.
No, Jimbo was like yards onto the field.
Well, no, what the crazy thing is, actually, is Tomlin's thing worked, right? They got the tackle on the returner. Somehow, I'm just calling him Dabo. Jimbo out on the field. The guy just like ran right past, like, oh, what the fuck are you doing out here? And just kept trucking. So it didn't even work. That was the craziest shit ever.
Jimbo is a bit older. He probably would die if he tried to tackle him, so.
That's true. But how based would it be?
I mean, I don't even know how you would handle that. Like, if Jimbo actually tripped the player and, like, for what was clearly going to be like a scoop and score, Jimbo just knocks him on the ground. Like,
I believe there's a precedent for this, actually, sort of. In 1966, 65, an Alabama player actually ran off of the bench and tackled someone, making a return like that. And how they handled it was I think it was a sideline infraction. The player was ejected, and they granted the team the touchdown. So that's probably what would have happened, is they would have just said, coach is thrown out. You get the touchdown anyway, so good job, coach. And you got to be pretty stupid to do that as a coach, at least, because that's your job. Like, as a player, it's kind of like, it is what it is, But as a coach, I mean, that's possibly the end of your, not just your career there, but your career anywhere, right? Because who's the hell's going to hire the guy that tackled someone? So, bold choice there. But you know what? Kind of love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, can't really hate it because he was just so into ball that he ended up on the field. I get it.
Hey, you know what it was? He just had that dog in him.
Pretty much.
All right. Well, that was college. We love college. Everyone loves college. But you know what else we love? We love NFL, and we sure loved it this week. I would tell you what I didn't love, though. I'm real tired of these doubleheaders. Real tired of these.
I mean, thankfully, this was the last week of them, but
okay.
I was not a fan.
Yeah. Hate doubleheaders. Me and all my homies hate doubleheaders. Walk us through it, though. What do we got here? Tuesday night.
Thursday night. No NFL football on Tuesdays, but
it's a day that starts with a T.
Yeah, fair enough. So Thursday night happened. The expected result happened. We'll leave it there.
Okay. You just don't even want to break that down for us. You're just gonna go.
No,
I understand. No, I get it. I honestly kind of get it.
I'll leave Thursday night at Thursday night. Yeah, the Jets did sign Trevor Siemian. That did happen.
They did. That's
Saints legend. Probably a few other team legend as well. I mean, if I'm being real with you, probably an upgrade over Zach Wilson. I don't think it's who I would have gone out and signed, but hey, it is what it is.
Okay, well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news. The Jets have signed Trevor Siemian. Good luck with that.
Yep.
All right. Moving on.
But then moving on to Sunday, very solid Sunday of football.
Huge slate.
Started out with Chase Daniel.
That name.
What the fuck is Chase Daniel?
I don't know. That name rings a bell, though.
Who?
Don't know.
Apparently an eternal backup quarterback.
14 seasons in the league out of Missouri. Wow. Hey. He has a show. And Justin Fields was, wow. This is just a terrible quarterback show.
You say he's like the best modern backup quarterback, but I don't think I've literally ever seen him in a game.
Wow, his wife has had way too much work done.
But anyway, Browns-Titans, apparently Deshaun Watson started remembering how to play football. So.
Oh, that was nice of him.
Yeah, I mean, he played a good game, 27 of 33, almost 300 yards. Like, that's a very respectable uh, passing setup for my boy. I think the big controversy in this game was they did steal a touchdown from Amari Cooper, scumbag refs.
Yeah.
They ruled him out, even though he was very clearly in bounds. So that happened. But yeah,
Typical.
the Titans are a very bad team, and
Mhm.
apparently the Browns might be a good team despite Nick Chubb's knee. So I saw Nick Chubb. I think he's still out for like the season or most of the season, but like it might have ended up being like an ACL or not an ACL, like an MCL instead of
Right.
like his knee being fully fucked, which is a
That's good.
all things considered a much better situation than what the initial thoughts were.
Yeah, especially, I mean, because we all saw that, and that's one, you're not certain to come back from that one.
Yeah. The Falcons, that's a team that exists for some reason.
Sure, yeah, no, definitely.
Desmond Ritter, not him.
Shocker.
I mean, free my boy Kyle Pitts. Like, that dude's getting wasted on the Falcons. And apparently Detroit figured out how to make Atlanta look terrible, and that is stop their run game. Bijan Robinson only put up 33 yards across 10 carries.
Woof.
Meanwhile, Jahmyr Gibbs had 17 carries, and he's finally getting played in this game, so that's nice to see. And yeah, the Lions pull out another win.
Love to see it.
A little bit. Then we got your boys versus the Packers.
We don't have to talk about this one.
So, I mean, so the Packers did pull off the comeback in the fourth quarter.
They did.
But Derek Carr got hurt early third quarter.
He did.
He's week to week with a shoulder injury now.
He is.
I'd say just the fact that it's week to week and not season ending is probably the best news out of that.
That's a low bar.
I mean, let me put it this way. The Saints are still tied for first place in the South, so it's not like they're out of it.
And I mean, it wasn't the worst loss we've ever had. Yes, we did Falcon it, but it's not the worst. Could be worse. They're a good team. Jordan Love is, he's decent in football. So, no shame. No shame at all. I mean, other than losing.
Listen, I think Jordan Love is the perfect example of drafting a decent enough quarterback and having them sit behind a veteran for years, and that's what you get.
Right.
You get a guy who'll win you games instead of getting a Justin Fields.
Yeah. So that's what Zach Wilson could have been. And that was why I am his former top guy.
But Jordan Love had 5 years behind Rodgers instead of a few months.
True.
Then America's Game of the Week, my team, the Miami Dolphins, decided to wake up and set some NFL records today, or Sunday rather, and put up 70 on the Broncos.
So that is the most points since 66.
Most points since 66. They did have the option to kick the field goal and have the most points in the regular season ever. For whatever reason, they decided that it was classy to stop at 70 points and not go any further. I feel like if they were trying to not dog walk them like that, they probably should have stopped a little bit earlier.
Sure.
And I'm also very much in favor of just full gas, full game. Just see how high you can go.
No, we are on record many times on this very show saying we are pro running up the score.
Hell yeah. So, I mean, Tua, 23 of 26, 309 yards, 4 touchdowns. I think his first 16, 17 passes were all completed. So, bro was completing passes for a very long time straight. That was lovely to see. Then they have fucking Mike White come in at, the start of the fourth quarter, because I think they pulled Tua when they had, 50 points on the board, and they still scored another 20. So that about tells you how the Broncos defense is.
Mm-hmm.
And then they also had 350 yards on the ground. A breakout game for Devon A-Chain.
Oh,
Achan.
oh God,
Akane.
no. This has been a controversy all week. Nobody knows how to say his name. Apparently, he himself pronounces it differently sometimes. So
All right, so
your
I'm just
guess
gonna
is
go
good as
with
anyone else's.
I'm gonna go with Achane then, because that
Okay,
sounds
why not?
exotic.
Yeah.
He is a rookie, apparently out of TAMU. Don't love that he's out of TAMU, but
Don't
guess what?
either.
If he's gonna put up those yards in the NFL, go for it.
Right.
My man's had 18 carries for 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then they also had Raheem Mustard, who had 3 touchdowns. So the Dolphins' offense was averaging a first down every play.
Jesus.
That's the amount of yards per play they were putting up.
That's
And
that's
they
stupid.
did set an NFL record amount of yards of offense in a game at 726. The previous highest was 722 by the Redskins, I want to say, back in like the 1940s.
Hmm.
So yeah, this was kind of a the Dolphins are really, really fucking good at football when you don't have Tua getting concussions. So let's keep it that way.
Yeah, really.
Bit of a nail biter for the Chargers Vikings. Chargers did end up pulling it out. Vikings are now 0-3, all in one-score losses. I have to imagine Justin Jefferson's getting a bit sick of it.
Yeah.
I feel like he wants to win.
Well, if you remember, like not early in, so we are early in the season, but I think after week 1, I said, man, there's going to come a point when Justin Jefferson's sitting over there on the sidelines thinking, I'm being wasted here. My talents are literally being wasted here, and maybe
he's gonna go to the Giants.
Wow, okay, that's bold. And he's gonna go to the Saints.
I mean, of course, the in classic Kirk Cousins fashion, 12 seconds left in the game, 1st and goal at the 6, throws a pick, game's over.
Man, we love Kirk Cousins, though, don't we, folks?
We do. I'm a big Kirk Cousins guy.
Big
He's a nice
Kirk Cousins guy.
Patriots, your Patriots
My
beat up
Pats.
the Jets. Low scoring affair typically is between these two teams.
Beat up the Jets, and in one instance, almost beat off the Jets. I don't know if you saw that.
I did see that, but a lot of people call Mac Jones a dirty player.
Hey,
I'm in the boat that he's not a dirty player. I mean, bro did get pushed to the ground and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, like, listen, if he gives you a little love tap on the cock, a cup check, it is what it is.
I'm just saying, Mac Jones 100% has that dog in him. Does the dog sometimes grab your dick? It is what it is. That's football. Sucks. Wear a cup.
Damn right.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mac Jones never lost to the Jets in his career. You kind of love to see it.
You do love to see it. And if he had, it would have been very concerning because the Jets absolutely suck.
Yeah, speaking of absolutely sucking, the Bills put up 37 on the Washington Commanders, who put up 3. And all offseason, we had to listen to, Sam Howell is that guy. He's going to be the future for the Commanders. He's going to go take them to new heights.
I just love it
He came out
when that happens.
He came out and threw 4 picks in a game.
4 picks?
That is 4 picks in one game. That is just... you can't win a game throwing 4 interceptions, except like a few times.
I believe the appropriate vocabulary here would be woof.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, wasn't even like an incredible game by Josh Allen and the boys, but when the offense throws 4 picks, you don't really need to have a great offense. I think probably one of the surprises of the week was the Texans beating the Jaguars 37-17. Very rough week for Lawrence. CJ Stroud, I'll give him credit. He looked decent. He looked like a proper NFL quarterback. So, I mean, listen, I don't like Ohio, but I do like good ball, so it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And shout out to this Tank Dell kid out of Houston, 69th pick in the draft.
Sorry, his name's Tank?
Yeah, Tank Dell.
Huh.
That's his name. 5 catches, 145 yards.
Okay. I mean, hey, if you're putting those kind of numbers, you call you what the hell you want.
Pretty much. Like fucking Puka Nakua.
That name's insane.
It is. Speaking of insane, the Colts somehow beat the Ravens.
That is indeed insane.
Of course, they did have very based Gardner Minshew at the helm. Love that guy.
Big Gardner Minshew guy. Some would even say Minshew mania.
Yeah, I mean, some might say that. And if going into the season, I told you at week 3 the Colts would be in the lead in the AFC South, would you believe me?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure I went into the season calling the Colts the worst team in the AFC South.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that sounds more right, actually.
I did in fact say that. So here we are. The Colts are 2-1, and the rest are 1-2. Indeed. Oh yeah, that also reminds me. One of the worst parts about this game that was kind of shocking was they had a chance. So this game went to overtime. The Ravens had a chance to win it before overtime with a casual 61-yard field goal. Justin Tucker missed, and it looked short. Like, what's happening there?
Yeah, no, that's what shocked me the most, because he's like I think the most consistent kickers in the NFL.
Yeah, literally the most.
Yeah.
Like, his accuracy rate is above everyone else. He also has the longest kick. So
yeah, he's like he's Mr. Automatic.
And be short.
Yeah.
Like, he had what, a 66-yarder last year, was it? Something like that?
Yeah, somewhere in there, 64 or 66.
The fact that he looked short on a 61-yard, knowing he can kick further than that, is like, damn, what happened?
Man's fell off.
Hate to see it.
You really did.
Geno and the boys beat the Panthers. Not really surprised, because the Panthers have a lot to figure out. But
Bryce was out too, so we were leaning on the
Red Rocket in.
Yeah. Is it Red Rocket or Red Rifle?
It's the Red Rifle, but you know.
Oh yeah. Gotcha.
Red Rocket is
a little bit funnier,
friendly name, given the what it's usually associated with.
The implications.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the game everyone was talking about, Chiefs-Bears.
Oh,
Justin
God.
Fields once again getting clowned on.
Oh, my God.
Coming out the week after, like, their defensive coordinator had to resign because he got raided by the FBI. Coming out after Justin Fields blames his coaches for why they're going so poorly.
Did we ever figure out why he got raided?
I recall seeing it ended up being something non-criminal, but still disturbing. But they didn't say what it was. So, like,
I heard rumors it might have been something with prescription drugs.
That potentially, yeah. But I mean, I feel like that gets kind of into criminality. So I don't know.
Oh, that's true. I don't know.
Yeah, some weird shit happened. Of course, the story of this game was that happened. I'm already sick of it. Like,
no, I as a former massive Swiftie, right? Just I don't want to hear about her anymore. All right, I'm gonna say it. Taylor Swift's kind of overrated. She's honestly the worst Taylor I know, and I know a lot of Taylors.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely the worst Taylor I know, and I only know one other Taylor. So.
Oh, thanks, man.
I'm talking about the Taylor Blue. That was my neighbor as a child, a little black kid.
Oh.
And you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
The same people.
That's actually true. Yeah.
I mean, I'm on to you. It's been a long con since I was 5 years old. I'm aware.
Few people know this, but I am actually black and from New York. So.
And got bullied to the point where you had to quit school and go to private school.
No shot?
Yeah, by me.
Based.
Yeah, a little bit. But yeah, so, like, I thought it was like, oh, that's kind of neat when they first showed the shot of her, but then they kept bringing it up.
They kept bringing it up, and then since then, like, everyone is just, like, losing their shit over there. It's like, oh, my God, all the Swifties are going to get into football now. And I was like, okay, first off, slow your roll. Probably not.
Who cares?
Secondly, who cares? Thirdly, if they do, they're for the Chiefs, who they're just going to quit caring about him in like 4 years anyway when they start sucking again. So,
or when she breaks up with Travis Kelce,
which would, probably also sooner than that. So, but no, no.
Like,
everyone was going on about it. It's like, oh my God, they're so great together. Travis Kelce's such a great guy. By the way, not really. Kneeled in 2017, so
He's also currently the face of the COVID booster commercial. So
not not ideal. So honestly, kind of tracks that he would be dating Taylor
you know
Swift.
What? While we're throwing out things out there, he might be fucking racist and a Nazi. Take that one to your Swifties.
No shot. Oh, now I was hating him. Now never mind, I'm not gonna say that. That's for legal reasons. That's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Yeah, for legal reasons, what I said was a joke as well.
For legal reasons, everything on this show is parody. So you are not allowed to ban me from anything.
We're just a few funny little guys.
Just silly little guys. Just silly little guys.
Don't have to take it so seriously. Like, come on. But you know what? But yeah, I mean, I guess I get why they were talking about it, because this game fucking.
Yeah, no, this was terrible.
I don't want to hear it.
This game sucked. The Bears suck.
You know what game was? The Bears do suck. You know what game was great though?
Was it the Cowboys Cardinals game?
It was great because all America's team, potential Super Bowl favorites, went into Arizona and looked like dog shit. Lost to the team that's supposed to be tanking for the #1 pick.
I really don't think they're tanking. Like, it doesn't feel like they're tanking.
Lost to a guy with no eyebrows.
He's pretty good, though, to be fair. He's pretty good to be like a backup.
I mean, guy coming out. I mean, not only is he a backup, he's been on Arizona since week 3 of the preseason. So not a long time to learn the offense. And he's out there looking pretty all right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, really, you just love to see the Cowboys lose, especially with all the shit they were talking.
Prescott looks like ass.
Prescott always looks like ass. It's
the
Cowboys win games based on their defense, and when the defense isn't scoring for them, their offense just does this.
It's kind of crazy that, like, the Cowboys are, like, so bought in on Prescott that, I mean, there's probably not even any conversations to, like, even think about getting rid of him. But if you had a baller at QB, I think there's some of these games you could have clutched.
Oh, 100%. I think after this season, when they get the same result as usual, I think either they're going to move on or they're going to wait until they end up in a position where they can get someone to move on.
Right.
Like, I think the conversation's there that after this season that I think Jared Jones is going to accept, we aren't winning anything with this guy. His contract's about to run out. Let's move on.
And to be fair, he did just turn 30, which for a quarterback, It's not like we've said before, like 30 for a quarterback, not old. A lot of other positions, but for a quarterback, kind of just starting to cook, honestly. But, I mean, honestly, you could kind of use that as an excuse and be like, sorry, bud, you're getting a little old.
Yeah, you're getting a little old. You've brought us some playoff wins, but you haven't taken us all the way there.
Yep.
We're going to take it because I feel like as a sports fan, and I think you're probably pretty similar, especially with the past few years with Alabama, is I'd rather my team be full shit than getting to the playoffs and losing there every year.
No, nothing hurts worse than that because you have hope. You've built up hope and excitement.
Like, when you're the Giants the past 10 years, we haven't had hope in a long time, so like it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're the Cowboys and every year is supposed to be your year, just for you to lose in the divisional round or earlier, like that's soul crushing.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe they miss on a quarterback even harder, and they're down in the dumps. But you know what? You get used to it, and you no longer have your heart being crushed every year. So Cowboys stink. Sorry about it.
True and real.
And then we had Steelers Raiders Sunday Night Football. A bit of a slow game. Typically is when the Steelers are involved.
Mm-hmm.
It happened. Raiders kind of stink. Jimmy G got concussed at the end of this game.
Yeah, and which isn't great because he kind of sucked to begin with. So
the Cowboys have won 232 regular season games since the last Super Bowl win. They lost to 10. Yeah, that sounds about right. But because of Jerry Jones being kind of incredible at what he does in regards to marketing the team and whatnot. They're always America's team, always supposed to be in there. So, I mean, I love the hustle, but I feel like that's a bit on him to why it's always so devastatingly bad when they lose.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football, 2 games. Again, not a fan of the back-to-back, but whatever. It's over now. The Eagles, they still have a really, 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 really good O-line. Yeah, that is for tomorrow. You're not wrong. So the Eagles, by far and above, have the most dominant O-line in the league. I don't think that's up for debate at all. And that's why even when they look painfully mid and throw two interceptions, they still pull off wins. Just because of the massive gaping holes for their running backs to run through. And I think that'll probably continue until some point where they blow it all again and cry. Probably not in the Super Bowl this year since they have a bit of a harder schedule in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, they play the Dolphins, the Chiefs, and the Bills this season.
Woof.
Yikes. That's
not great.
That's not a fun schedule.
That's not ideal.
I mean, the Giants play all of them. We play the Dolphins, the Bills, but we don't play the Chiefs. Okay, that's manageable. And then Rams, Bengals. Joe Burrow did play despite being a bit injured. Still, clearly not at 100%. They did pull off the win, which they were desperately in need of. I think someone got hurt in this game, right? Like, who was it? Was it Tyler Boyd that got hurt?
I think so. That sounds familiar.
So yeah, you never really like to see someone getting hurt. So hate to hear that. But Joe Burrow started to cook again. I don't know that you should be going out there and having an injured quarterback throwing 50 passes in a game. But I don't know. I'm not a coach or a training guy for them, so whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams. I don't know, man. The Rams looked really good week 1. I feel like they're still trying to figure it out. But also, I hate LA, so who cares?
Valid. Real and valid.
Very valid. Oh, we have a great matchup for Thursday Night Football this week.
No shot.
Oh yeah. So is that why Stetson Bennett got like put on the healthy and active list, like away from the team list? Is because like he's just a extreme alcoholic?
Yeah. Which we've talked about that at length about like how there's zero like accountability with that Georgia team. Like they literally only care about winning. They don't care about the people. They don't care about what happens afterwards. They don't even hardly care about what happens to them while they're there. What a soft team. Hate to see it.
I am glad he's getting help with his problems now.
Sure.
That's what I'll leave it at. Like,
sure, and then
now that he's no longer plays for Georgia, I can put it at.
And then maybe eventually when he actively comes out against Georgia and the way that they treated him and probably caused him to become an alcoholic.
They'll take away their 2 natties.
Let a man dream. Let a man dream.
All right, well, anyway, banger of a Thursday Night Football matchup. We got Lions versus Packers in Lambeau. I mean, both Lions are kind of the hotness of the NFC North for once. That's kind of wild to say. Packers, they're in a bit of a question period. I think they're definitely looking good. I think this matchup will probably set the tone for the NFC North this season. And you know what? I'll be there for it. You will see me watching Thursday Night Football at 8:15 on Prime Video.
Hell yeah.
Hell. But give me the Lions. I hate the Packers. So.
Same.
Falcons. Oh, first of our London games of the season.
Yeah, but this one is on ESPN Plus, unfortunately. Yeah. I hated to bring you down right as you were getting up there, but...
Well, luckily my good pal Stream East will let me watch this game.
Yeah, my dude.
And he was so drunk that he was knocking on random... I think I remember that, actually.
That does actually sound familiar.
That's crazy. Like,
yeah.
As someone who had an alcoholic family member who had to go through rehab, I mean, thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Probably not thoughts, but prayers.
Well, yeah, definitely prayers, and maybe a thought of how much I hate Georgia, but yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that's not surprising that he did that.
I'm
I
telling
mean,
you, man.
Kirby
That
Smart
I'm
has no
telling you,
morals.
that team is filthy. That team is full. Shit's gonna come out in like 5-10 years about the stuff that happened in that team, and like no one's even gonna care about their natties anymore.
Man, I think I don't know if it's Kick Chat that's all fucked up or
Probably is.
it's on Tim's end, but it's like messages are being sent twice, like way like with mega delay. I don't know what's going on there, but
I don't know.
anyway, Kick
It's
Chat is messed up. All right, yeah, so
yeah.
that's why we will be moving to YouTube very soon.
Tomorrow, in fact, probably.
Oh, really? All right,
I don't
that's
know.
good to hear.
I just said that. Maybe we'll see.
It'll happen eventually.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah. So Falcon Jaguars in London. Jaguars are favored by 3 points, despite having a terrible game last week. But it's the Jaguars in London, so give me the Jaguars.
Sure.
They always win there for whatever reason. Don't know what it is. Don't know what kind of fucked up British magic they got going on, but hey. Ooh, wow. Dolphins at Bills? You got a bunch of big matchups this week. Surprisingly, Buffalo is favored, but give me the Dolphins. I don't know how anyone can bet against a team that just put up 70 points. So, yeah, that's what I have to say about that one. Ooh, we got a shit bowl this week as well. Broncos Bears
Oof.
battle the 0-3s.
I'm excited to see who wins this. Honestly.
Give me Denver, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, wow, what a battle that one's gonna be. Ravens Browns. You know, this might be a hot take. Give me the Browns.
That is kind of a hot take.
Listen. So the Browns beat the Bengals, lost the Steelers, beat the shit out of the Titans, whereas the Ravens beat the Texans, also beat the Bengals, but barely, lost the Colts. Give me the Browns. Yeah, listen, Fields is a terrible quarterback. He's going to be either in a backup position or out of the league very shortly. I would not be surprised if the Bears try to get some like trade value out of him, despite him looking terrible and moving on for this year. So I think the Justin Fields experiment is over. Bengals Titans. Give me the Bengals. Hopefully Joe Burrow is feeling better because football's just not right when Burrow isn't balling out.
He looks sad. He looks sad.
Well, he lives and plays in Ohio, so it's kind of
True.
it's kind of gonna happen no matter what. But not, yeah. I mean, that's a very valid point. Not enough help. Rams Colts. Wow, Colts are favored against the Rams. That is crazy,
Really?
and I love it. Give me the Colts. I'm all here for the Colts to be good again. Which I will say, I will give the Colts' new head coach, Shane Steichen, was the Eagles' offensive coordinator last year, who made the Eagles' offense look incredible, which notably look a lot worse this year. So, hey, maybe the Colts have a good coach instead of because the Colts have had a bit of a quarterback and head coach carousel lately. And hey, this guy seems like he might be a guy because he already made Anthony Richardson look not terrible. And they're winning games that they aren't supposed to be winning. So, yeah, give me the Colts, man. Oh, wow. Bucks Saints. We got a lot of big matchups this week. Huh?
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about this one because Baker's not terrible, and I don't know how Derek Carr is looking, but
yeah, we don't know how Carr's looking, so you might have Jameis in. But to the Saints' credit, Alvin Kamara was back. He's unsuspended for this game.
Hey, free my man.
Oh, hey, that's an extra weapon for you guys. So, and it's in LA. Since it's in LA, I think the Saints will pull it out. I'm gonna go with that. That's my take.
No, I like your positivity.
Yeah, well, listen, after I saw Captain Fear hit a very not good gritty.
Yeah, that doomed the season essentially.
That doomed the season.
Yeah, you don't come back from a gritty that bad.
Listen, you'll find no giant is a thug. They're just a bit weird. One of them is oddly into cryptocurrency.
Kamara's he's a Tennessee guy, right?
Fuck if I know.
I think so. Yeah. So yeah. Hell yeah. We're behind him.
Alvin Kamara, he did play at Tennessee. So yeah, fuck you. We
Yeah.
are behind him.
Yeah. Number
Shut
one.
up, Georgia fan.
Yeah, fuck you. Don't start barking at us.
Damn right.
Who the hell is OBJ?
OBJ.
I don't even know who that
Odell
is.
Beckham Jr.
That's not a real person.
I mean, he did drop a fat L this week. So.
Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly. Yeah, OBJ has like one good catch, and that everyone talks about all the time. It's like, oh my God, he's so awesome. What has he done for us lately?
One good catch, one good half in a Super Bowl before he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
What else does he got? Nothing.
Spitting.
Anyway, the Commanders are going to get dog walked by the Eagles.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean the Giants. Listen, Eli Manning is NFL legend, the only quarterback to beat Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl and keep him from having fucking like 10 rings. So.
I'm going to say it. Yeah, Eli over Peyton every single time. Peyton's overrated.
Peyton also has 2 rings. Well, I feel like that Colts team was always just a powerhouse, but not good enough to beat Tom. Meanwhile, Eli always beat Tom. So,
right.
Hey.
Exactly.
With a team that not only did Eli beat Tom in the Super Bowl twice, we also beat the undefeated Patriots, potentially best team in football ever team in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
In a year we weren't even supposed to make the playoffs. So, hey,
there you go.
That's a little Eli magic for you.
There you
go. Don't disrespect my quarterback. The guy I watched growing up, won Super Bowls on my birthday eve.
Yeah.
Doesn't get better than that.
Talk to him.
And now we lose every week, so that is what it is. Vikings, Panthers. Another battle of the shit bowls.
Yeah.
The other 2 0-3 teams.
Although I feel like in this one, the Vikings are a little bit,
The Vikings are definitely the better team here. I really want the Panthers to start doing well, but it's not going to happen this year. Steelers, Texans. Is this the first real defense the Texans have played?
Probably.
Yes, it is. So, CJ Stroud is going to find out just how terrifying it is to play against TJ Watt. So, have fun with that one. But if he can survive TJ Watt, I think the Texans will pull out a win because the Steelers' offense is kind of ass. But otherwise, if he OSUs it up, that's going to be a fat L. Raiders, Chargers, the Who Cares Bowl. Give me the Chargers.
For real. Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Jimmy G's backup?
Jimmy's G backup. Let me find out. Do they still have Stidham on the team?
Oh God. No,
it's actually other former Patriot quarterback Brian Hoyer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Cousins has been playing very well for the most part. It was directly his fault that they lost the last game since he threw a pick in the end zone on the final drive. But outside of that, he's been doing very well, and it's just been the defense giving up infinite points that have been failing them. I'm a little surprised that the Cowboys are a 7-point favorite against the Patriots. I feel like that's not fair to the Patriots. I mean, the Patriots held the Dolphins to 24 points the week before the Dolphins put up 70. So I feel like you got to give some credit to the Patriots.
Oh, no, the Patriots always getting disrespected this year.
The Patriots also just went out and signed Will Grier, former Cowboys quarterback, so they're probably getting signal information from him.
Mm-hmm.
They also have Ezekiel Elliott, who's on the Cowboys for a long time. So what I'm saying is the Patriots have gone and made moves to find out the Cowboys' information before the game in classic Patriots moves, which is fully legal to do, by the way. There's nothing. It's not cheating. Like, you can absolutely go sign a player and ask them what the play calls and signals were like at the team. That's just kind of part of ball. But I think this game will be closer than apparently Las Vegas thinks it'll be.
Yeah, well, what do they know?
You know what? Give me the Pats. Give me the Pats. Fuck the Cowboys. I won't ever take the Cowboys.
Based.
Cardinals, Niners. Give me the Niners, obviously. But hey, old no eyebrows. Apparently he's out there surprising everyone. I would not be shocked if the Cardinals keep this way closer than a 14.
Oh, 100%. I think Niners still win, but
yeah, that's my stance on it.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. Well, guess what?
What?
Yeah, the Pats do get a lot of flack because the media hates the Pat. Well, the Pats for one, and they also hate Mac Jones. So unwarranted.
Why would you hate Mac
Jones is a
Jones?
nice guy.
Yeah, what the hell? Why do you hate Mac Jones? He's a good guy.
That they all call him dirty. So
hey, you know what? Good.
yeah,
Based.
maybe more players should be dirty.
I think they should be, honestly. Yeah.
I mean, we had a fucking dirty ass team make it to the Super Bowl last year by just literally killing every quarterback on the other team in the championship game.
Exactly.
The team in question, of course, was mainly staffed by Georgia Thug Dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, who?
Of course, the Eagles.
Oh, don't say that in front of my mama.
Listen, I'm sorry. I mean, say what you want. Jalen Hurts. I will fully accept that Jalen Hurts, very nice human being.
Oh, he's an angel.
Absolutely. Jalen Hurts, wonderful guy. Doesn't change the fact that a large amount of the Eagles squad are former UGA thugs.
That's true, unfortunately.
And then Sunday Night Football, the game that no one will be watching because Zach Wilson will be playing. I mean, I will be watching, but you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then Monday night, my Giants play the Seahawks. Geno Smith, probably still a little bit pissed off about the whole situation. Because he was a Giant for a year.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to beat us. I hope he doesn't. We really need the win, so. Yeah, that's football. Go Dolphins.
Go Dolphin, man. Just fun to watch.
It is.
Just fun to watch him. Dawn of the Age of Simeon. Man, that's not a phrase. You wanted ever
Dawn of
hear.
the Age of the Simeon, what?
What?
Huh?
I have some jokes for that, but they're for the other show.
All right.
Anyway, yeah, speaking of the other show, tomorrow night, big one. Hey, it's an anime preview. You excited?
I am, because there's some real quality animes in there that you guys probably don't know about, so.
Maybe. Excited to hear about it. Tune in tomorrow night. Tune in next week to this show where we probably won't be upset. Maybe. I'm thinking about it. Yeah, probably not. Probably not going to lose
What's
to
there to
MSC.
be upset about?
Our team's
Oh,
losing.
next week, right.
Our team's
I
losing.
thought you were still talking about tomorrow for some reason.
Well, I mean, we could be upset tomorrow. You never know. Shit happens, you know. Lou Holtz could die because Ryan Day killed him.
Don't put that out there, dude.
I'm just saying, is Ryan Day currently en route with SEAL Team 6 to kill Lou Holtz? I can't definitively say, but yes.
I don't know that he would have SEAL Team 6 behind him. I feel like SEAL Team 6 might be behind Lou Holtz instead, but...
Oh, but maybe it's like a double turn thing, though, right? Like, they show up, like, ready to shoot, and then they just kind of turn. Like, it's kind of like a Modern Warfare turn. You know what I mean? Or Call of Duty. I forgot what game that was. Yeah. They get off the plane.
Shepard pulls up and then
Exactly,
shoots
just shoots. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just quickly, friendly reminder, this show is entirely parody, so...
Yeah, I mean, these are all theoreticals, so, you know.
You cannot sue me or ban me or be angry at me because this is all jokes and parody.
I don't have any connections to the SEAL team. I don't have any connections to Ohio.
The
only connection to Lou Holtz is we're both joined in faith.
Right. We are both brothers in Christ, yeah. So, listen, let's get out of here before we get banned, all right?
All right.
I mean,
who cares if we get banned?
Yeah, fuck the police. Dude, fuck this place.